And I am live. Welcome to I Love Sketchup, issue 98. Oh my gosh, I'm moving up. Two more to go. Not next week, but the week after is gonna be number 100, and that one's gonna be epic. But for today, while I wait for this lobby to fill up, oh my gosh, so I had created a lobby and everything, and for some reason YouTube was like, no, unavailable to do live streaming with this lobby, so I had to close it and make a new one. So hopefully the other people that were in the other one can just mosey on over to this one. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. Well, I'm gonna work on this for the next 5 minutes while hopefully people show up. If they don't, I'm gonna be so angry. I'm already angry at YouTube. Actually, I gotta close this for a moment because it's too heavy. My computer's having a really hard time. So let's try this again. This is all stuff I should have done before people started coming here, before I started going live, but unfortunately my computer wasn't having it. Zeno, how's it going, man? Alright, I did my sketch, my prep sketch for today's OC adventure. I have it as a woman. I always keep doing a women, but if you want me to do a guy today, I could do a guy today. I wouldn't mind. I don't mind. I'll draw whatever. Anyway, I'm going to wait like another 5 minutes for people, and while waiting, I'm going to be working on my pinup illustration I'm currently doing. I've sent my ref via DA notes. Cool. I'll go get that immediately. So Zena, how's my voice and my microphone sound? And like even the background sound, is it okay? Because I was trying to like mess around with it today. Hold on, I've been messing with my camera a lot lately too. Hold on. There we go. I think that's better. But yeah, anyway, I've been messing around a lot with it lately, and I want it to be clear. I find it's not like super clear, which bugs me. I always sound like I gotta. Anyway, it might be the quality of my headphones. In truth, my headphones are like 70 bucks. It's not like I spent like $500 on them. Well, I know I don't have to spend 500 for a good quality pair. It's just whatever. Sounds a bit grainy, like a bad radio of sorts. Ugh. Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. I don't really know what to do. Hold on. Let me see if I can't switch it up right now. Give me a second. Okay, so now how's it sound? Is it still super grainy or is it a little more clear? I'm trying to do the best I can here. I think it might just be my headphones, but I might have to like... I mean, I've done so many of these live streams and so many of them, it's like, I don't know. I find that my sound's not as perfect and clear as it could be. Okay, so we've got one OC. Hold on, I'm gonna open this up here. Alright, there's one of our OC references. Just cut this down a little. Fit it in a little bit better. Here we go. And I actually got one from Robert. Here we go. Oh man. So hopefully Robert and the others will be able to move on over from my other stream I tried doing to this one. This is really frustrating me. I can't believe YouTube pulled that on me. Oh man, I have no lighting. Hold on a sec. There we go. It's a little better. I'm really all over the place today. Sounds like the usual now. It's a bit better. Okay, I'm gonna have to mess around with my settings. I'm sure I can clean it up a little bit. Like, I know a lot of it's the headphones, but I'm sure I can clean it up a little bit regardless. So I'll just leave it like this for now, and then I'll go and I'll make things a little bit better later. Is the background music too loud, or is that okay? That's another one where I'm like, I turned it up a bit, so I wasn't sure. Robert! Hey, man. How is everything? Everything is okay. I like spent this morning trying to like modify things so my sound could sound better, but it wasn't sounding better at all. Apparently, so I switched back to regular, and yep, that's that. Mine was created for Smash Collab 2 weeks ago, and that's the best reference I have. The last one was a pencil drawing. It's good, the music. All right, cool. Thanks, man. I turned it, like I said, I turned it up a little bit because I thought it was like kind of low before. All right, let's get to work on today's illustration. I was going to work on this. I'm currently working on a Cosmos illustration because she's like my favorite robot girl of all time, and I always wanted to draw a nice illustration of her, and I've never done it because I know it's one heck of an endeavor, but I do Transformer illustrations, so the difference between Cosmos and a Transformer, you know, like it's pretty much the same thing. Anyway, working on that. I'm going to be spending the day on that, and today, during this 1 hour live stream, let's get to work on this. So I've got my base, just a cute sitting down, casual kind of pose. I wasn't sure if I should have the arm back like that, or if I'll take it out or I'll put it on her leg or something, but I wanted to see what the reference was going to be before I decided really what to do with the arms. Like even the legs here, like you might see a bit of her leg here now. Let's just lower my brush. So anyway, I'm all over the place today. I just didn't have the time to do everything I wanted to do, and then when I started going live, everything just sort of fell apart on me. So that's that. And my wife just got home from doing the grocery shopping, and I would love to help her place everything, and I can't do that because I have to be doing this. I do this 1 day a week, and it always seems to fall on like when something happens. Alright, so I guess, does anybody else, is there any other viewers here that want to put in their 2 cents? Like I said, I'm about to do it's OC week, so if you have your own OC and you want me to mash it up, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna start doing this one. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do for this. Let's grab that. No, I don't like this. I'm gonna grab a different layer for this part. You might all be hearing tons of scrunching noises and stuff in the background. My wife is currently cleaning all the groceries. This virus deal is legit. I want that a little higher. Give her a little, make her legs a little longer. I like longer legs. And maybe a little wider too. Like my illustration that I had first done was more anatomically correct. And I don't want that. I want it to be animatomically correct. She's gonna have big old dragon feet, so let's do something like this. No. Nah, I don't think we're gonna see that. Maybe a little bit like this, but it's going behind her perfectly. This is a claw. Oh, a talon, sorry. Let's just get that talon in there. We gotta mix in some of this action. Oh, what are the names of your 2 characters again, please? just write them down so I don't forget. Scarlet and Zeta, thank you. There we are. So we're gonna add some claws in there. You know what? I like this pose a lot, but I don't think we're going to use it for this week. I don't think it works for an idea that I have. Actually, that's not how I want to do this. I'm going to bring that up, fuse this. I'm going to put this away for another day. Boop, because I think that's a good pose. But this week what I'm going to do, I got a girl with a gun and a dragon girl. Here's what I'm going to attempt to do. I'm going to have her let's bring her up a little like this. It's like a really rough sketch here. I hate the idea of changing the pose like last second like this, because now I don't know what I'm doing. It was so reckless. Today has been not a good day. I kind of wanted to skip today, but it's OC day and I don't like skipping, so I guess I could have moved it for another day. I could have done it tomorrow or the day after. It's just I wanted to have her kissing her again. Nope. I give up. Sorry, y'all. I really wanted to do something cool and different, but I'm not doing that. It's stressing me out, and I'm just not there right now. There's Zen. What's going on? Let's just stick with the original pose that I had. Our hand would go like that. Draw the hand properly so I can get it in a little closer, and then I can work her elbow around it. Get her hand properly drawn afterward, like her arm drawn around what I'm doing the right way afterwards, like this. There we go. Wait, see, does Xeno's character's got a gun? I'm not gonna give this girl a gun. This dragon girl has not that many fingers. She has 3, so let's give her 3 then. This will just be one big finger right here. There we are. So, how you doing, Therazin? I don't know what that N thing is, but I'm gonna put it on her chest here. She has 5 fingers. What, really? Oh no, she only has 3, man. 1, 2, 3. She's got 3 in the reference, 3 on the other side. 3 fingers and a thumb to go with her 3 toes and her back talent. Pretty well. Been playing Pokemon Shield. Oh, that's fun. Maybe I won't put the N there. You know what? I don't know what this N thing is, but maybe instead what I'll do is I'll put it here. And I'll put another one here. And I'll make that come out the way I want afterwards. Let's give her really long, elfy, kind of dragony ears, because I love that. Is the N supposed to stand for Nintendo, or... Because if the name of the character is Zeta, why is there an N in the person's hand? Is it supposed to be a Z? It's just that on the angle that she's holding it on? Dang it, I bet it's supposed to be a Z. Alright, I'll change the N's for Z's, just to be sure. Pokemon Shield. I played for about like 20 minutes and then I stopped playing. It's not for me. I've been playing Pokemon since the first one, and I think the only ones I've skipped are Black and White. I caught a Gigantamax Orbeetle, called him Dr. Orb because he's a supervillain. Oh, that's cool. Alright, let's see here. We're gonna give her a jacket. I'll make it more like a bomber jacket. I'll make it pretty short. She's got like that neck piece that's here. I'm gonna add a zipper to this. Let's give her a belt. But I don't have the Switch Online subscription, so instead of having 3 people helping me, it's 3 incompetent CPU that helps you. Oh my gosh. I bet they're just terrible. You know, like, you'll fight a Gigantamax, well, I don't know the game super well, but let's say you fight like a Gigantamax, hypothetically Charizard, and you're like, alright, and then your computer pal's like, get him! Venusaur? Give her like, maybe we give her like a kind of like legging shorts. She's got a tail and some wings, huh? Let's put her tail back here like this. The gun is Colt Single Action Army. I made sure to obey gun safety as well. Oh, I'm not gonna draw a gun, but I wanted to know what that N thing is, if you have any ideas, you know. Like there's like an N or it's a Zeta, I don't know, like there's like a ribbon this person has. I don't know what it is, but I'm adding it to try and turn it into horns, and I wasn't sure exactly what it was. Alright. I'm gonna give her little wings. This isn't the first time I give this character little wings. I haven't drawn like big wings on a character in a long time. But it's because big wings take up a lot of space. So if I draw those big wings, you're not really going to see them because I'm so zoomed in on the character. It's meant to be a Z throughout. Okay, cool. Good. It's kind of what I ended up figuring, so I changed it up a bit. I'm not gonna do that like that. Instead, I'm gonna give her some slick back hair to go with her slick back antennae, whippy, lasery pieces. What she's holding is a custom weapon called Niklo. Imagine a rapier-shaped lightsaber. A rapier-shaped lightsaber. Oh geez, sorry. I didn't get a fixed blade from this. I thought it was kind of like Samus's whip or something. Okay, let's put her hair in here actually. I would like to show off some of her hair. No, it's behind her ear and then it comes forward. Make it go like this. It's okay, the blade can bend like a whip. Okay. Probably should have made that her tail. Oh well. Z there. Maybe I could draw that Z a little better than I did. There we are. Belt with that. Forget our zipper. This one too. I'm gonna add like a circle zipper to this one. I think we're about ready to get started on our actual illustration in a moment. Your little pockets here. The worst help you can get in Gigantamax Raid is Martin, whose Soul Rock prefers to boost stats when the opponent resets stats a lot during the raid. Even the official website makes fun of him. I've been doing coding on Roblox for a while. That's cool. I don't really know Roblox. Like, at the game store I work at, we sell like a bunch of Roblox cards, but I mean, other than selling these cards, I don't really know much about it. Alright, let's lower this down and get started on our actual sketch. My cat's hilarious. She's just meowing like crazy over there in the background. Okay, so let's get in here a little. Lower that a little more. There we are. I'm gonna leave that brush at that size. This is the second time I've fused these two exact characters together. I think that's why I'm trying to think outside the box. Well, that's not... It's because before Xeno had like a different design, ever so slightly, but it's still the same two characters. Come on. Oh, that's too big. We need new OCs, and I'm useless in that regard. Oh, that's fine. You know, at one point I'm sure I'll be super popular with my live streaming, and then the OCs will be ringing in. Plus, you know, just because people love certain styles and certain things doesn't mean they like making their own characters. Not everybody, that's not everybody's, like, goal is to do things like that. There's nothing wrong with somebody that loves fan art versus somebody that loves OCs. It's just, as long as the person that loves OCs, or fan art or whatever, buys my sweet comic, which will be available soon on the internets, I promise. One day. I don't like this hair piece coming down here. I'm gonna change it up. Let's make her a little more. There we go. A little more boyish in that regard. Yeah, I'm always talking about my comic. Always trying to promote my comic. I'm wearing a t-shirt of my comic, and when people are like, "Can I buy it?" I'm like, "No. No, you cannot." And then I walk around and I walk away. Because clearly I want my comic to succeed. So I'm going to be making a website for it, I swear. I mean, I've got nothing else to do in these past few quarantine days, and I've been wanting to do one for the longest time. I just have to find the right site to do it. And after I finish my newest issue to my comic, I had decided that I would draw a couple pinups just because I haven't done pinups in a while, and I haven't drawn anything like just for me in a long time. Like, you would think drawing my comic book is for me, and it is. It's just that it never ends. Like, I've got years and years left on it, so even if I finish my newest issue, I never have that feeling of like completion, so it kind of drives me crazy after a while. But what's epic is that drawing pinups, well, then I have that feeling where I'm like, yay, I drew this pinup and this drawing is done now, so on to newer things. So that's why, you know, like, I spent the past week drawing a Digimon pinup, and now I'm going to draw my Cosmos, and then I'll probably draw a pinup of Kirby, and then after that, then I'm going to be, like, then I'm going to be working on my comic book again. I'm going to do, like, I've been making this little movie, like a little 10-minute video, like animated video, like out of an RPG style, like Disgaea style conversation, I guess you could say. Anyway, I've been working on that for like over a year, and I even almost, like, I'm almost finished. I just need to put a little bit more work into it, and I'm done. And so I'm going to do that, and before doing that, I have to make a website where I can sell my comics so I can mention it in that little video. So has anyone gotten sick yet? With this crazy viral outbreak going on? Just erase this a little. Lines are a little too thick for my liking. Kind of comes off as looking like a mustache rather than her lips, and I don't like that. Things have been going fine here. Good. Good to hear, Therzan. Alright, let's see here. Bigger brush. But not by much. Give her a really big loop here. Why not? Giving her shoulder pads. Yeah, shoulder pads. That's too big, my brush. It just keeps getting bigger. It's weird. Like, I'm trying to work like with a size of 15. I like to work with 10 and 15 the most when dealing with brush sizes. And my brush keeps jumping up to 20. I don't know how it's doing it. I think I might be like hitting something by accident. this easy on myself. Here I am like, alright, how to draw this so it's perfectly the same. And I could just copy it over. I got time for perfectly the same. I've got 20 minutes. That is not a lot of time to do a sketch. Well, like, I guess like a cleanup sketch. And I gave her useless pockets on her jacket, because women rarely have useful pockets. So I'm feeding into that stereotype of useless pockets. Usually I don't too, it's not normally my style. I like my women badass and fully capable. Self-sufficient. And strongly independent. But hey, who am I to argue with fashion? Alright. I'm going to use the pen tool because this is a really big, bold line. There we go. Oh, that pen tool. It's so useful for inking. I try not to use it too much because I don't want my hand to become complacent. But, see, like, I don't like that either. I'm gonna draw it by hand. Sometimes it's super useful for certain things. Well, it's useful for a lot of things, actually. It's just it's easy to lose your abilities if all you use is that pen tool. Plus, the pen tool kind of gets rid of a lot of the organic feel you get from drawing. Let's do that. A lot of her legs here aren't going to be solid lines too. I think that's why I wanted to use the pen tool in the first place, because I'm going to be erasing a lot of that. To add some texture for her scales that are popping out. Alright, I think I'm going to draw the zipper so I can finish up her jacket. Alrighty. Let's start off with this one. I'm gonna make it really big too. It's too far away. Usually I would make that small and closer together, but I'm gonna make it seem like she's got a huge zipper on the front of her jacket. She has big big dragon hands, so we gotta give her a nice big zipper. There we go, something like that. That looks nice. So we're at I Love SketchUp issue 98. 98, y'all. Means I've been doing this for 98 weeks. And I actually did it significantly more than that, but since I started the I Love SketchUp name, 98 weeks. It's wild. That's so much. Not much time to go now. Not next week, but the week after. I'm gonna do something special. I don't really know what. I'll probably do instead of a normal hour, I'll make a day of it. I don't know if it'll be on a Tuesday either. I'm gonna have to talk to my wife and see if we don't have anything planned or how she wants to do things. And I'll have to wait till I get closer that day, or maybe I'll write it down on my calendar so it becomes more of a fixed project. Okay, see, this is a good example to use the pen tool here. Because I want to draw this zipper that goes all the way down here like this. So it's easier to use the pen tool to be able to follow all these lines properly to be able to create my zipper. Let me just bring this in a little. Bring that out. There we go. There we go. Oh, jeez, I hate how thick that is. Alright, let's go down to 10. Make it 9. Just that one little difference. There we go. Now here, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's not OC week, and I wouldn't want to do an OC for my 100th thing anyway. I would love, unless it was my own, I would love to spend the day just drawing one of my own characters. The whole day, and I could do a really nice, fully illustrated, super cool pinup, but then people don't get as involved as they usually do. So it's funner to, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. There we go. Got her zipper down. Now I like to add a extra line that follows the zipper. I always do this. Well, always. I try to, because I find it makes it look more realistic. Because you never just have the zipper. You always have some material around it. And that's what I'm doing here. But I don't need the line tool to be able to do this, or the pen tool, I should say. I'll make my brush a little bigger than that. Bring that in, bring this in as well. And then I can follow my line that was on the zipper down here. And we have it up there too. I'm going to make this a little bigger. A little thicker. There we go. Like that. That's nice. Now, her jacket here. Same thing. these are like the kind of little details most people forget. You know, like if you're gonna draw a window, you gotta draw. You can't just draw a window like, here's my window. You know, like you have to draw the border around that window. These aren't just regular lines. You have something like this maybe, but usually a window doesn't always have that. Most windows don't. I mean, it depends on the kind of windows you have, but I would do something maybe just like this, and then I would do another double line down at the bottom, because this is a thing that goes up or down, and then maybe a couple little lines like that to add that like windowy effect. If you're going to color it in, you don't really need to add those lines. You can do it with the color. If somebody else is going to color your work, you should add those lines. Alright, so let's see here. I'm going to make this a little thicker down here, because the change of clothes, like, it goes from being her clothes to being like her skin, so I'm just going to make it a little thicker here. Let's also add this a little to be a little thicker as well. I like my thicker borders around my character, so I'll end up doing most of that later actually. Let me bring the brush back down to 10. Get in there with her belly button. My brush is still too small. I want it to be too big though. I know that's usually my problem. Like back in the day when I had certain drawings that I didn't like them as much as others, I realized it's because I use a brush that's too thick too often. I don't want that to be the case here. Alright, so we got our belly button in there. Oh, it seems that I joined the perfect time. The devil himself. That's funny. So I've already taken, anyway, just currently working on some original characters right now. Alright, I'm going to use the pen tool for this too, because it's supposed to be like a nice smooth line here. That's going to separate it from the rest of the character. Let me just, there we go, that's good. Let me erase a bit of this. This is another thing that like my window that I had done a quick illustration to before, another thing that's good to keep in mind, like if you're going to do a belt, you know, it always depends on the artist, but it's better to add an extra thickness. See how like my belt pops out of where her skin is, like her skin's here and the belt's here. Some people, if they're going to draw their girls curvy, will actually like make a bump here to be like, yeah, so it's like tighter on the skin. Some people won't even draw that though. They'll just do a straight line. Like there's an amazing artist named J. Scott Campbell, and he hardly draws lines coming outside of the shape of his women. So all of his women just, it seems like everything's just tighter because of that. It's a style thing. There we go. That little Z there. Just like her headpiece. Let's bring it from this direction. I feel like this will work a lot nicer. Hiya! And this isn't, I guess it's not really a belt either. You know what, I don't know what it was when I first drew it. Cause like I didn't add like buckles, or I didn't add like a clip or anything, you know, so I don't even have like another part of the belt popping out here. It just cuts like this. Meh, whatever. Come on. Alright, fine, I'll do this. I should have done this on another layer for sure. There we go. That's much better. There's the line I was looking for. Okay. So now she's got like this piece here. So I'll zoom out a bit to give you all a look of what I'm doing. So I'm fusing these two original characters right here. One is named Scarlet on the bottom, and on the top it's Zeta. So I have to fuse those two together to create a whole new original character. Alright. Let's make another layer because I'm going to do an outline around this. Her loincloth. Oh my gosh. So I watched Mystery Science Theater yesterday. I love that show so much. And I watched the Netflix one. So I'm like currently rewatching all of it, like the whole series, but I finished watching the original series and now I'm on the Netflix one. So yeah, rewatching because like it's the perfect show in the world for while you're drawing. Like I can't even go on about how great it is when you're drawing to watch a show like that. So anyway, yeah, it's just people like talking, making jokes in the background. Like it's so great. Like you don't feel as lonely when you're just sitting there drawing for like 14 or 15 hours a day. You have them hanging out and talking, so it's awesome. And so I'm watching the return of Mystery Science Theater on Netflix, and I just watched the Hercules one. And the whole time, like, you know, it's funny because we had just watched the one before, which was called Star Crashers. We're in it, like, oh my gosh, the women are hardly wearing any clothing, and the men are, like, basically zipped up to their heads. And, like, all the women are, like, in crazy good shape, and the men not really. So it's really, like, it was really, oh my gosh, like, you'd see it and be like, oh my god, yeah, this is a product of its time, and it's not very good. And then I watched Hercules, which is also a product of its time, but I mean, damn, like, Hercules wore so much less clothing than all the women. Like, he was just always in his skimpy little loincloths. He'd have shirts on, but his shirts would always get lost somehow within, like, a minute or two of him wearing them. It was so funny, that show. I mean, that movie. And it was just funny to see, like, an older thing where it was like the shoe was on the other foot, like, because even the women in it, like the main pretty girl that Hercules was into wore so much layers of clothing, like so much more than him. Well, he was practically naked the whole entire time, but still, like, I thought it was really interesting to see an older film with that kind of like that mentality or that way of doing things. Alright. Alright, 5 minutes left. Oh my gosh. Alright, there's no way I'm gonna finish this in 5 minutes. And I blame this on YouTube and it messing me up for like the first 10 minutes. Alright, let's give her a couple scales there. A couple scales here. Alright. Let's get her arm out right now. I saw MST3K The Return. I know what you mean. I felt the whole time, I felt Hercules would get a sunburn eventually. Oh, that's so true. And you know what's funny? Like, he was so tanned, like to the point where it probably wasn't so much of a tan and a sun. It was probably a sunburn. All right. Give her a little dragon tail back here. Yeah, that movie was really funny. I love that show so much. And I only recently discovered Riff Tracks, and that show is awesome too. I mean, well, it's basically Mystery Science Theater. Like, it's all the same people, excuse me, practically, that work on it. But my problem is that they like, I don't have the money, and they charge a lot to get their Riff Tracks. It's like $10 a movie, and that's just like, dang, that's too expensive. And I get that they work really hard on it, and if I was super well off and had a lot of money and I wasn't investing in making my own stuff, then I would definitely support them. But it's just too expensive. So because of this, I haven't heard a lot of Riff Tracks. I heard like the ones that they gave out for free on like their main page, and they were awesome. There's like 10 of them, I think, and they were really good. And then, like I said, I wanted to see some. Like, I wanted to, like, I've never seen the whole Twilight saga of movies because it's just not really my kind of movie. But when I heard that they had done a Riff Tracks to it, I was like, I would pay for this. But at $10 a movie, there's like 7 or 8 of them. There's like $80 to be able to see that. My wife's in the background, like, I will pay the $80, Eric. Alright. Let's really get everything done here as fast, like, as quickly as possible. Oh my gosh, there's so much left to this drawing. And my time is running out. That had like a little bit of detail to that too. Alright, well this is coming along nicely. Let's make this arm a little thicker here. That's good. There we are. I'm basically getting everything done on the bottom of her body before I get to work back on the top part. I know I've got her hair and her wings and all this stuff like that to do, and so before I get into that, I want to completely finish this so it's just doesn't feel like... I don't usually do that either. Like usually I'll do a little here, a little there, a little here, a little there, and then that's normally the better way to draw too, I have to mention. Doing little bits here and there, but because I'm so sure of myself and what I'm doing, it's not so bad. Okay, let's get this arm in, because this arm is ahead of everything, in front of like everything. No, that brush is too small. Alright, that's good for that arm. Just got another ear back here. Gotta say, this character looks pretty unique. Alright, let's do that hair. Before we do anything else. Ooh, I had drawn this on the main layer. I was sure I made another layer, but I guess not. Maybe I pressed the undo button. That happens. Note to self and to others who want to listen. When you press the undo button on Photoshop, it's not made for illustrators, it's made for photographers. So it goes onto a different layer. It doesn't go onto the layer you were just on and just undoes what you had done. It undoes what you had done, including the layer change, which is technically undoing twice, right? So if I change layers once, then that's one thing I did. If I undo the thing I did afterwards, that would count as the second thing. So why does it remove what I had done and go back to my past layer? Because that's what photographers wanted. And so Photoshop thought, well, you know what, screw artists, we're not doing this for them, we're doing it for photographers first. There's more than enough art programs out there. And there are. It's just Photoshop can do everything that those ones, almost everything that those ones can do, and I just really like it. Like I tried using a bunch of other ones and I just wasn't fond of it. Plus I spent a lot of money on my Photoshop, so I like to use this. I don't want to spend another like $300 on like Manga Studio or something like that. I think the horns going up would look amazing. What do you mean, Robert, by the horns going up? Because I was gonna make this just like the energy ribbons that Zeno had created. Which looks very cyberpunk. I used Clip Studio Paint and paid £20 for it during a sale. Yep. Like you wanted me to actually draw like horns going up on this person? Maybe I could do something like that. Like these little Z things don't look so nice, but I need to incorporate them somehow. So maybe I'll do it the way I just drew it now. Like maybe I'll go way overboard with it. Like hold on, let's erase this because I still want those. For sure. But maybe I can make them look like horns. It needs to be bigger and I should not be afraid of what's behind it. I'll just erase that. There we go. So I could do something like this, and then on this maybe I could do the Z. I can make the Z look more organic. So it seems like it's kind of carved into her horns. There we go. But I'm still going to give her these like ribbony things coming out the back of pure energy. Alright, let's fuse this. Grab another layer and then do her hair that's back here. Okay, that's going to come like that. Alright, so we got one little hair like that. Okay, let's do something like this for her hair. I definitely think her head is a little high here. Let's lower it down. Like that, I guess. It's a little bit lower. There we go. Just had to give her a bit more volume. Bit of volume to her sweet hairstyle. Erase that. Let's erase this here. And this. And all this. Go back to the hair, erase that. Maybe a little down here. Up here. That right there. Maybe I want to add more volume here, so maybe I can go like that. That's much better. Alright, definitely gonna erase some of this. So I gotta get her wings up in here. I'm gonna add like, make this like a little finger. I love making like fingers and hands coming out of wings. I'm just gonna do 2. I'm not gonna do an extra spike there. That in. Wings. Of course, she had to have them. She's got massive ones down here. I really would have loved to draw like jumbo wings, but then it would have cut them. It would have cut too much out of this character's illustration to be able to fit them. So I ended up choosing against doing big ones, which is too bad because I really like big wings. Maybe next week when we do our, when we do regular characters, someone can pick something with giant wings on it. Okay, let's fuse all of this. Make another layer. I'm gonna bring these like antennae down. It's gonna come here like this, and then it's gonna kind of come up like that. Come on. There we go. I'll see if I find something. Well, we still haven't done that Xenoblade character. And I do love Xenoblade. I love almost all the character designs in it. Not all of them, but I love a lot of them. Oh, and speaking of amazing character designs, so I've always loved, like, well, I kind of talked about it last week about how I did a Digimon illustration because I love Digimon so much, and I'm doing one of Anja Woman, but like, or Anja Woman, Anja Woman, but I love so many of the character designs in that game. Like, there's so many that I never knew about, you know, like I didn't keep, like I watched the original series and that was it, and I haven't watched any of the newer stuff. So playing this game is ruining some of the new series for me, which is okay. Like, I'm gonna watch the series for sure, but like, I mean, Rosemon, oh my gosh, that is a cool and very pretty looking Digimon. Cool that it's Mimi's. And yeah, it suits her way more than Togemon. I don't remember. The one that's the cactus. When she got that cactus, I was like, what? She's obsessed with pretty things and pink, and she gets this giant beat her up, like a very boyish style cactus, or masculine. We'll just say a very masculine style cactus. And so I was a little disappointed by that. And then when she gets Piximon, or no, not Piximon. The one that evolves from, it looks like a sprite. Anyway, that one is, I love that one. And she's super tiny, and she's like throwing punches that are like knocking out giant monsters. Like, I thought that one was really cool. We had Bridget. Oh, that's so true. We did do Bridget. And that one was super nice too. That was a really fun, that was a fun one. So yeah, anyway, like, yeah, so when she ends up getting like Rosemon, it was like so Mimi, like it was perfect. It was like, it works with her character and her personality and everything, and it looks so nice. And so like that one's really cool. And the other one was Kuzuhumon or Kazuamon. I've never seen. I didn't really watch Digimon after, like I said, Adventures. So I don't know these ones from the other series. But she looks so cool. She kind of looks like an Egyptian god, and I really like that one a lot. And it's funny because like a while ago I was talking about how Pokemon was great, and I was describing the perfect game for me would be a game like Pokemon, but basically you have a bunch of monster girls in the game instead, and that's like what you're capturing and fighting other monster girls with. And I've come to realize that that's Digimon. Of course, you've got like monster guys and everything in there too, which is fine. It's just that I can get my sweet monster girl fix out of that show. But I find they're not monstery enough. Like, I like Rosemon a lot, because Rosemon doesn't even have, like, she has a bottom face, but the top face turns into like a flower, which I'm like, oh, that's cool. But like, you know, Anja Woman's amazing, and she's always gonna be my favorite one, but it's just, she's still just a human with angel wings, you know? Like, I wanted something like truly monstrous, you know, like something like I'm drawing right now. Lilymon. It is Lilymon. That's totally who it is. So yeah, I like Lilymon a lot too. I think Lilymon looks really sweet. But yeah, Lady Devimon, amazing. And then when she evolves into Lilith, I like Lilith a lot. I think she looks really cool. Very succubus-y. Wings and horns and everything, but I love how I like Lady Devimon more because she looks more monstrous. You know, like her skin color's not the regular skin color. Her eyes don't look like regular eyes. She's got like this appendage that comes off her that like has a face, and she has a face, an extra face on her kneecap, and an extra face I think on like her shoulder or like on her elbow or something. Like, it's like extra mouths that talk and stuff, and all of that I'm like, whoa, that's cool. I think I can fit all of this. Like, she's not, I think it's weird that I'm cutting off just on these little appendages at the top, so I'm just gonna fix this. There we go. Let's do something like this. Digimon can absolutely be that. I love either monster girls or things that aren't remotely human. So my team have simultaneously Rosemon and Kuwagamon, the beetle one, and other monstrosities. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I love, what's the one right before Kuwagamon? Okay, I love Tentomon, and he's one of my favorite characters in the show. Like, it's just, he's so funny. Like, he's always breaking the fourth wall, and like most of the words that come out of his mouth are like just pure gold. Alright, let's just make this a little thicker, and then I'm gonna be pretty much done here. Yeah, the team I'm running in Cyber Sleuth right now is Kazuamon, I think that's her name. Anja Woman, because I can never say no to that, especially since she's like, I leveled her up so much so that she has all the best support moves in the game. So she's basically going to be my support forever. And then I kind of swap between Rosemon, but the white version, and even her, like, I taught her all like the best offensive moves and some support. And then I have Lilithmon and what's her name? That last one. Let me just get rid of this template and save. It's Sister Mon Ciel and the Awakened version. So she looks super human. Like, she looks very human. But I like how her eyes are super not human. It almost looks like a Digimon ate the top of her head and became her. Like, that's where the brains are. Anyway, I think that's cool. And I like how she fights with guns. There's like she has some really cool moves. Alright, looks like I'm all done, y'all. So today's OC was a fusion of Scarlet and Zeta. Let me just zoom this, bring this up a little bit. So yeah, Scarlet and Zeta. That was super fun. And hope y'all like it. So I guess we'll start working on my outro. Hold on a second here. Let me just play the sweet outro beat. Thus ends my live streaming session for today, yet the real challenge begins. Listening to my 2-minute long advertisement on me, myself, and I. All links will be mentioned will be in the description below this video or to the side of this video. I'm pretty sure it's below. Anyway, so all I do all day, every day is draw. Draw, 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 draw. It's my lifelong dream to make my comic book, Blythe, super popular and well known. So, please help me by making this super popular and well known by supporting me on Patreon. It's $3. Seriously, $3 a month? That's the price of like a bag of chips, and not even. Like in Canada, a bag of chips with taxes is like $4.50. So it's $3, and that $3 goes a really, really long way to supporting my comic book. I take all that money that I make from everybody, and at the end of the year, when it comes time to printing my new issue, I just put it all towards my new issue. So I really appreciate all of those of you that are already following me. You're all amazing and you're the best. And the people that do also get access to high quality files of my sketches that I do every single Tuesday. So you get basically 4 sketches a month. Sometimes you get 5, which is super sweet. Yeah, other than that, please support me on YouTube by hitting that like and that subscribe. Tell all your friends to hit that like and subscribe too. Like, the more people we have doing this, the more popularity I can generate, which I can then put towards my comic book. And again, I know I keep saying this, I will make this available online for purchase in the future, probably within the next month to a month and a half. I work really hard on this. I know I already said that, but just to give you an example, I not only do all the writing, all the illustrating, and I self-publish, but I also make sure it's all in color. So my whole manga is like full of tons of like colored pages, and it's 100 pages, and it's awesome. And I'm working on my newer one now, like my next one. So anyway, thank you so much all for hanging out with me today. Ooh, one last thing, the most important thing. If, by any chance, any of you out there love to build things, draw, make cosplays, anything like that, if you do anything related to my comic book Blythe, then I will 100%, wherever you post it on your social media, I will endorse it, and I will then share it on all of my social media and link back to you, so that way you can get some more views and everything too. So this way we help each other grow and get better. So thank you again so much, and I'll see you next Tuesday for issue 99 of I Love Sketchup. Oh, 99! 99! I feel like it's going to be the most epic one, and we'll see. Like, I want 100 is going to be the one that I do the best, but I kind of think I should maybe make 99 the best one, because I think that's cool. Anyway, we're going to party like it's 1999. Take care, y'all, and be seeing ya.